What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. Today we're here talking about Tesla's referral program and some of the updates for 2025 and the current incentives if you're buying a new Tesla. Before we get started, if you're just here because you're looking for a Tesla referral code to get a discount on your new Tesla, look down in the description below as well as in the pinned comment. bflash.com/Tesla will take you to my referral. But let's talk about some of the incentives that are going on right now. So in 2024, Tesla introduced the new referral program back in August. And that program was the referrer gets $500 and then the buyer gets $500 or $1,000 off of a new Tesla. In short, we're back to that program now in January 2025. However, based on what Tesla did in 2024, so at the end of November, Tesla actually doubled the program and reset everyone's referral counter. So the way that Tesla's current referral program works and works starting August of last year is that each referrer or Tesla account can get up to 10 referrals per calendar year. So what that means is now that we're in January, everyone's referral counts were actually reset back to 10 or 10 available referrals, which means that they can earn up to $5,000 in referral credit. But if you followed last year, I was actually able to get over $10,000 in referral credit because at the end of the year, at that end of November refresh, they actually unlocked everyone's referral account. So they gave them 10 more referrals and then also doubled the payout to the referrer to $1,000 and then gave the buyer up to $2,000. So that was a pretty significant increase. And right now, so if you buy a new Tesla in January 2025, at least as of recording, you can get $500 off of a Model 3, $500 off of a Model Y, $1,000 off of a Cybertruck, a Model S, or a Model X. So those are pretty solid incentives. You can also stack that with any other incentives available. So if you're a military member or retired military, you can get $1,000 off. That includes their spouse. You can stack that. And then there are still some discounted inventory cars from Q4, specifically Model Y, depending on your area, that I've found as high as $4,800 off. So you can actually stack all of these incentives and get a pretty decent amount off of your new car. There are also still some lease deals. So the same lease deal that they were running towards the end of last year, the $299 long-range rear-wheel drive Model 3 or Model Y, that is still available. And I still think that's a really good deal. I actually swooped one of those myself that we're sitting in right now. And as far as what I think it will look like for the rest of the year, well, Q1 is historically a pretty poor quarter for Tesla and just the auto industry as a whole. It's going to be interesting though, because the Model Y refresh, aka Juniper, is supposed to be coming out this month. At least that's what all the rumors point to. So I think later in January, we'll likely see Juniper, probably around the same time as the earnings report, which I believe is on the 29th. And that will likely spur a lot of sales for Q1. So Tesla won't really have a reason to incentivize sales, or at least not beyond what they're doing already. So I don't think we're going to see a boosted referral program in Q1. However, I do think we will see some of the incentives come back from Q4, where we had the 3 months of free supercharging, 3 months of free FSD, because those essentially don't cost anything to Tesla directly, at least free FSD. And free supercharging, most people don't use it a whole lot, so it's a pretty minimal cost to Tesla themselves. I don't think that the Model Y Juniper or the refresh Model Y will qualify for those incentives. If it does qualify for those, that would be pretty interesting and indicate a little bit of a lack of demand. But if we follow what Tesla did in 2024 with the refresh Model 3, there were not referral benefits or referral incentives for the Model Y or for the Model 3 refresh right after it came out, and those came about 6 months later. So that's probably the same kind of plan that will happen this year. Another potential curveball that will impact both leases and purchases is the potential going away of the $7,500 federal EV tax credit. So President-elect Trump has said that he wants to take away any tax credits for electric vehicles. And that would include that $7,500. It would also include the $7,500 lease incentive that Tesla is running, because that's essentially a pass-through of that business or commercial vehicle tax credit. And then there's also something to talk about here with the Cybertruck. So it was just announced, or not announced, but put on the EPA website that the Cybertruck in 2025 qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit, at least as of right now while it still exists. However, none of the currently shipping Cybertrucks actually qualify for that. So the Foundation Series Cybertrucks don't qualify because they cost too much. They're over the $80,000 threshold. And then the currently shipping non-Foundation Series, they do not qualify because apparently they're not eligible for the tax credit based on their battery content. So it's pretty interesting what's going on there. We'll see if Tesla ramps up their incentives on the current Cybertrucks. They do have a lot sitting. Last I visited the Charlotte Tesla offsite lot, they had over 80 Cybertrucks sitting on the lot, mostly Foundation Series, but also some non-Foundation Series. And I think given that the F-150 Lightning actually sold more than the Cybertruck in Q4, Tesla has a bit of a demand problem for the Cybertruck, and they're going to have to do something about it, or they're going to basically just have to stop production. So it's pretty interesting. I'll be interested to see if Tesla boosts supercharging benefits, if they do even longer free FSD benefits. I'm also curious to see if they continue doing these FSD trials with every new major version like they've been doing in 2024. But overall, I still think it's a pretty good time to buy a Tesla, especially if you're looking at the Model 3. I don't think we're going to see that strong of incentives this quarter. So unless you're planning on waiting till later this year, there's not really a reason to not buy right now, especially if you're leasing. The $299 a month lease are a really good deal. And then the Model Y, unless you're really looking forward to the refresh Model Y, the current Model Y is a great car. And with a lease, you're really not having to take on any of that potential added depreciation with the refresh coming out. And you'll still have a great car for 2 or 3 years, depending on which lease you go with. So I think the risk there with a lease is pretty low. I probably wouldn't buy a new Model Y right now unless you get a really good incentive and it's the car you really want. But leasing on a Model Y, I think, is pretty risk-free right now. So it will also be interesting to see if Tesla does anything with the Model S and X this year. I think they're getting a little long in the tooth, and they're definitely not worth 3 times the price of the Model 3 and Model Y as far as the lease price goes. And they also seem to have a bit of an inventory buildup problem with those as well. So would love to hear what you guys think across the board. Comment down below. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching.